Hey, what's up, everybody? As you guys know, I'm JB Gunner, aka Teardrop, and today what we're going to discuss on the channel is why I left the Appalachian Trail so early. We're going to get into that. Let's go ahead and just get things started.
This is Teardrop, and welcome to New to the Wild.
All right, let's go ahead and get things going. Let me make sure the sound on this is working before we start. Give me just one moment so I can go up here and check the sound. I believe it should be going. Let me make sure it is working indeed. So let me go ahead and pull this back here so you guys can get. All right, good to see you in here, brother. Danish Monk is in the house. Anyways, so today what we're going to discuss, just briefly, this is going to be a long stream here on this channel. I got some other work on my other channels to do, but today, appreciate that, Danish Monk. Today what we're going to discuss is why I made the decision to get off the Appalachian Trail after just a couple, almost a few hundred miles in. So I'm going to discuss that a little bit, discuss what went down, why I feel the way I feel, and what ultimately led to me leaving. Okay, so for you guys that are maybe new to the channel, or maybe seeing this later on the replay, this year I went out to the Appalachian Trail. I started off in Pennsylvania. I came down to Georgia, hiked Georgia for the most part, other than the last 8 miles, and I eventually left. And it wasn't an intended through hike, and that was my intentions. But some things kind of transitioned in my own brain once I left Pennsylvania. And I'm going to discuss some of those issues here because you personally can either learn from it or essentially, do your own thing, hike your own hike. But what really went down is, see, I have several other YouTube channels, and I got to the point where I was unable to maintain videos of the quality in which I like to present my videos. And it got to the point where every single day, along with hiking, I was worrying about doing my other videos for my several YouTube channels. And essentially what had happened is it became a little too much. And a couple other channels really needed me back into the swing of things. So I said to myself, okay, I got, $5 grand in my pocket or so. Do I spend this $5 grand? Yeah, I did have some terrible weather, Monk, no doubt about it. I essentially had to ask myself, do I spend this $5 grand getting to Katahdin? Or an opportunity came up for me to move to Orlando. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is move back to Florida. But I essentially said, do I want to spend my extra resources on this trail when the truth of this is I really got to the point where I was not enjoying myself. This is how it all happened. I already was stressed out on my other channels and trying to make good content there, but I got to watching some Disney World videos when I was in the top of Georgia hostel. And when I did this, I realized to myself I wanted to go back to Florida. But I figured to myself, okay, I'll wait till after I leave the Appalachian Trail. But the more videos I watched, it's good to see you, Paul James. The more videos I watched, I got to thinking to myself, I really want to go back to Florida right now. I really wanted to do my amusement park thing again, which you guys know I've done in the past. And I really wanted to keep up the other channels that I've built and did not want them to die off. And the work was becoming too much. A lot of you guys get to stop working when you go to the Appalachian Trail. This time I did not have that luxury. In a way, I didn't want to. I wanted to keep doing what I do. So I went to the Appalachian Trail, and I tried to push all that together. Horrible weather there. I just was not having a good time. So I decided to myself, okay, I can continue to spend $5 grand doing something that at that moment I was not enjoying. Or I could say, you know what? Maybe you just don't feel it this year. And the truth of this is I did not feel it. It's no problem, Neil Livingston. And so I do want to make you guys know that here's the thing. I felt great physically. I have absolutely no excuse. But I did hike through Pennsylvania. I did hike Georgia. And I just genuinely was not having a good time. Not just was I not having a good time, I wasn't having the time that I felt was worth the resources It's good to see you, Brian Young. I was not having the time that I felt was worth the resources I was pouring into it. And at the end of the day, many of you guys know I have a MGTOW channel, and in that community, a lot of different things are going on, and I feel that I was needed more there than on the Appalachian Trail. And, you know, I know that makes some of the hikers in the hiking community say, well, this puts us last. No, not really. So here's what I'm going to continue to do for the hiking community. I am going to come out. I appreciate that, Paul. I'm going to come out, and I'm still going to continue to do my hiker spotlight interviews. I'm going to continue to still put content on this page. And ultimately, I just wasn't feeling it, Danish, and you're right. So ultimately, what I intend on doing is still continuing to give to the community. Yeah, I know I'm going to do the hiker spotlight, no doubt about it. And not just that, I am still going to hike the Appalachian Trail, but in sections. I've decided that I'm no longer interested in being a thru hiker. I still want to do the PCT. I still want to do the CDT, but I'd like to do them in sections. Listen, some people have 6 months to give to the trail, and I just don't. I don't. I had 2 months out there, and I was ready to go home. I just didn't have it. I don't have it in me anymore. I don't. I wanted to cut my hair. I wanted to do many things, and so I did it. And so, yeah, there's no shame in sectioning. But so I do want to give kudos to all the thru hikers out there, and all you guys that watch my channel. You may think, okay, well, he's off the trail. Does this mean the channel dies? No. I'm gonna do hiker interviews. I will do different things along the trail, and I'm still going to provide trail magic on the trail. So you guys will see me out there. And I'm still very much so going to be part of the trail. And I'm going to continue to record videos for you guys, whether it's informative, whether it is interviews, whether it's me out there doing section hikes. My ambitions to be a thru hiker are currently dead. They're gone. You know what I mean? And I know I have a lot of trolls, and they're going to say, look, we got him off the trail. No, you didn't. Disney World got me off the trail. MGTOW got me off the trail. My lack of desire to complete this and spend the money it was going to take to do it is what got me off the trail. I did. Truck you, but what do you mean I let the trolls get to me? That's not, okay, once again, Truck you, that's not the reason I got off the trail. I simply don't think that hiking is worth the money I was going to pour into it. I no longer had the desire to get to Katahdin. I need you to understand that what happened, I asked myself, one specific question. It is hiking. Hiking is hiking. That's all it is. I asked myself my question. If I had to choose between, let's say, Disney World tomorrow or Katahdin, which one would I have picked? And that night when I was talking to Bob, I'm not out of money. I'm not even nowhere near out of money, Truck you. But I asked myself, which one would I rather do? Would I rather go get season annual passes to Disney World? Would I rather go ahead and move down to Florida? And the answer is yes. And to me, that I would rather have that than Katahdin. And that's when I knew I was done. Because Katahdin, for me, was a dream. Katahdin, to think of that sign, it meant everything to me. And for something else to replace that, to me, it meant everything. I mean, it just honestly, it told me it was time to get off. MGTOW meant more to me. My other channels mean more to me than Katahdin. And this channel means more to me than Katahdin. Katahdin don't have the same allure anymore. And maybe it's, I don't know. I know, Scott, I wish you guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But ultimately, I'll get to Katahdin when I section there. I won't go to Katahdin before sectioning the rest of the trail. But listen, man, at the end of the day, there is no excuses. It's simply what I felt, and I don't enjoy it anymore. I enjoy hostels and towns more than I do being out there. It's just the truth. And so hiking is cool. I love the mountains. I love talking to hikers. I love you people. And that's why I will continue to provide you with content. So at the end of the day, I think it's just time to kind of move forward. DB Cooper, yes, I will always have all channels. I do have some other channels that is not listed because I don't want the trolls to over here to get there. But I will definitely give you guys some links to my other channels. Most of you guys who are in the hiking community, you won't like my other channels. Like my JB Gunner TV channel is political. Now let me tell you, let's talk about Grumpy. Grumpy, now there's a lot of people that ask me, did Grumpy get hurt? Grumpy very much so got an injury. Grumpy wanted to be out there. Yeah, Grumpy wanted to be out there. He actually got hurt. No, you should not. No, man, you don't have to edit me out, man. The honest to God truth, a 6-month hike, like you just said, Paul, I had to choose, man. I didn't have to choose, but when I realized I'd rather go to Florida than hike this thing, man, that's when I knew it. And everything that kept me going was literally my promises to you guys. When I realized the only thing that was keeping me hiking was my New to the Wild, this channel, I said to myself, I don't need to be here. My heart's not in this shit. I just didn't enjoy it, and I don't enjoy it now. This is the happiest I've ever been to quit. So honestly, the announcement I guess I'm making in this video is now I'm giving up on my through hike idea. I'm going to become a section hiker. I'm going to section the whole thing. I've already got a lot of it done. And so, yes, it bothers me. But at the same time, dude, the weather was miserable. And I was miserable. And I didn't like being out there. I was done. And maybe you guys can sit and say, well, this is why you shouldn't leave in January. And maybe you're right. You know, maybe it is why you shouldn't leave in January. But for me, I just wanted to come up, make the video, and be very upfront with you guys about what was going on. For the people that believe the trolls got me off the... Listen, for you people that believe that trolls could get me off of the Appalachian Trail, I've had trolls... I've been on YouTube for 10 years. You think that this Cheeto dick was the first person to ever troll me? No. Yeah. I was saying yeah to Scott. But no, listen, this is the weakest troll I've ever had. So I'm not worried about this guy. He's just the longest lasting troll I've ever had, 4 years. But no, he had no impact on whether I left the trail or not. But I did find out who he is. I did find out where he lives. I did find out everything I needed to know about that troll. And that's a beautiful feeling. So anyways, with all that being said, Joe Friday says, doing PA in January was the right thing to do. I went out and had 30 ticks on me in PA. Thank you, Joe. And it was. I wasn't upset with my PA hike, believe it or not. Georgia, though, the constant rain, it just sucked. I've done Georgia. That was my 11th time doing Georgia, man. And I have to admit, it broke me. It broke me because I wasn't enjoying myself, man. I wasn't enjoying myself at all. And so anyway, I was sitting at the top of Georgia, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my bank account, and I'm realizing, you know, I got all these thousands of dollars. And I started watching video game footage of UFC 3, a game that just came out, and started watching Mickey Mouse and Disney World footage. And I realized I wasn't even watching other hikers. And that's when I said to myself, my heart's not in this right now. And it's not. It's not. I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to have sandwiches. I'm glad to have fucking beer. I'm glad to have all of that, you know. I don't know if KV's still on the trail. I don't think KV ever went to the trail yet. So I hope he does. I wish KV the absolute best out there. No, I don't think KV's went to. I didn't get a chance to do the jacking off while watching Two Rabbits portion of my video series, but it could still happen. It could still happen. Maybe I'll give you guys that video when I'm at Disney World. Now, here's the thing. And Bob, Bob is also a Disney fan. And Bob's like, oh, dude, if they know we had this conversation and now you're getting off trail, they're going to think it was Bob. And I want you guys to all know, Bob even though he supported my decision, I'm talking about Sir Pax-a-Lot at top of Georgia. Bob was very much so against me leaving. You see what I'm saying? But he understood why, because he was a Disney fan. He's an amusement park guy, and he knows if your heart's not in it, your heart's not in it. And I felt bad for all of you, and that really was what it was about. Is I felt bad because so many of you have been watching me for years, and I think we all thought that this was my year, and I felt good. I just I don't know I don't know what happened mentally. Is that I hit that wall, and then I eventually got to looking at other things, and other things took my attention, and now, like, I didn't want to be there. So, anyways, that's essentially what happened. And so moving forward, let's talk about this channel a little bit. Where's this channel gonna go? The hiker spotlights. Hiker spotlights is where it's going. So Morpheus Reborn, good to see you, brother. Gucci Girl, might be the rent-a-car was bad luck for us. Yeah, I know, Gucci and Grump. And I did have the honor of meeting them. Howard Dare says sometimes it's time to move on. Nobody can do things forever. Do what's important to you. Do what you care about. Thank you very much, sir. And that's what I'm trying to do. And MGTOW and some of my other channels is what I care about. Disney World is what I care about. Moving down to Florida is what I care about. Gaming is what I fucking care about. Hiking is a side hobby. It's a hobby. That's it. It's not really what I care about. It's just a hobby. But you hikers, you people, the Appalachian Trail in general, I do care about. So I will continue the Hiker Spotlight series. I will continue to put out videos on hiking. And I did get what I wanted from the trail. James Davidson said, it sounds like you got what you needed from the trail, and it didn't take it through to get to it. And you're right. That's exactly right. I was telling myself that the whole way home. Thank you, Howard. He says, I'm impressed as shit with what you guys do. Thank you. Vicky says, I wish I could through hike, but can only do sections due to circumstances. It's okay to want to do other things. Thank you, Vicky. And that's pretty much where I think is that I don't know if I can dedicate 6 months of a year to hiking any longer. I've dedicated so many of my entire last 5 years everything else has been molded around through hikes and attempts of through hikes. All of my extra finances, everything has been molded around through hikes. And I don't want to do it anymore. You know, I don't want to use up an entire year, or I don't want to use up $5,000 to $10,000 every year on this shit. No, I don't want to live like I was even choosing the places where I lived due to how close it was to the Appalachian Trail. No, I belong in Florida or Las Vegas, period. That's where I belong, Florida or Las Vegas. And that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, oh, hell yeah, Joseph. I will get to Maine. I'm going to section hike, and I will be there. And you've been one of my... So, anyway, you guys that have supported me through all this, man, I appreciate you guys. And I still will give back to you. I'm still going to do trail magic here and there. I'm still going to provide, like I said, the hiker interviews. This channel will still be active. So, don't unsubscribe thinking there's nothing going to be here. I'm still going to provide daily content. Just saying. So, anyways, I just wanted to throw this out there and let you all know, because I know I've been getting Facebook messages and text messages, all of this shit. And at first I just kind of wanted to unwind and do some things and kind of just sit here with my PlayStation 4 and just kind of enjoy home. And but I did want to take the time to do this today. Joe Friday said, I only started watching you this year. I wanted you to make it because I can't be out there yet. I will one day. Joe, you will. And Joe, let me give you a piece of advice when you come out here. Disconnect from home. Disconnect from your job. Disconnect from your other hobbies if you really want to make it to Maine. Because dude, it sucks out there. I can't explain. It does suck out there. Whenever you got rain and snow and all of that, you know, and there's comes times. What'll happen is the time will come where you're sitting there just like me. And you're looking at all the other things you could be doing with that money and all the other things that you want to do in life. And you're like, why the fuck am I sitting here in the rain eating shit, eating pesticides, smelling like shit, my face and hair is growing out of control. Why am I sitting here doing this? You know what I mean? Scott Taylor said, I still want to hike with you one day. And thank you, Scott. And we will. Mountain Jackie says, hey, Teardrop, I understand you got to do what you got to do. If you change your mind next year, maybe I'll see you on the trail. Thank you for your insight. Anybody that's been following me for 5 years, you know there's a good chance I could pop up out there. But even if I don't pop out as a thru hiker, I will be a section hiker. I will be out there. Vicky says, anyone who has followed you knows you have a passion for hiking as a sport. That's exactly right. Thank you, Vicky. Have a great time in Florida. They have a trail, so maybe we can get to see Orange. Listen, I've got Florida Trail footage. I've been there twice, and I was actually just having this conversation with somebody the other day. I think I would like to get back out there, and since it's so convenient, I can do Disney one day, go take a quick trip to, start maybe in the north, and do a nice 100 miles here on the Florida Trail, come back, do shit, go back and do a week out there, because you can rack up hundreds of miles on the Florida Trail like that. It's pretty easy. I appreciate DB Cooper says, support your decision 100%. Be following along. Thank you so much. Howard Dare, my man, the legend, says, to prove yourself, you can do it. To prove yourself you can do it. Exactly. That was the only reason I was starting to do it. And Howard says, it's amazing the hardships we take on willingly. And that's all I was really there for. Is now it became a thing where I wanted to prove it to myself and also prove it to my viewers. And dude, that's not the right reasons to be there. Joseph Ford says, everyone do a section in Maine, get in touch. We will definitely make it happen, man. I'd love to hike with you. Definitely. FBNC 11 says, what's going on in Florida? Man, I just love Florida, and I love amusement parks. You guys may not have, people don't remember, I left my first thru hike because I was obsessed. I literally left amusement parks and then went immediately. Left the trail and immediately went to doing amusement parks. It also happened, I didn't leave the trail to do amusement parks, but all right, I did a documentary where I was essentially, I essentially went to amusement parks every day. And we'll get back to that. I think that's what I want to do. I miss the beach. I miss fucking Florida, and maybe Pennsylvania in the cold did it to me. Maybe Georgia in the rain did it to me. But for fuck's sake, man, I gotta, my heart's not in it no more. And it is. I still want Katahdin, but I think I'm just gonna section it. So, anyways, guys. I don't want to keep you guys here all day. I did want to give you guys an explanation of what's going on. This channel will survive. We will continue to do hiker interviews. We will continue to do all of that. And thank you so much for your support leading up to this. And I felt that I owed you an answer. And well, now you have it. Yeah, Dotard. I'm still coming to Damascus, Dotard. At some point, we're gonna hang out, man. No doubt, man. I really appreciate your offer to buy me a beer and sit down. Hey, listen, I'm going to come to Damascus. I'll probably drive, but we'll hang out at some point. Thanks to all of you guys. Morpheus said, you inspired me to hike in the future. Seems to be a good thing to experience in life, and a very MGTOW thing to do as well. Thumbs up. That's exactly right, Morpheus. It is an amazing thing to do. And to see some of you guys from some of my other channels want to hike now, that's a huge accomplishment. Vicky says, my husband and I will be going to Florida for this fall. Maybe we can meet up for a coffee or a section of the Florida Trail. Hike your own hike. That's absolutely right. I would be honored to meet you and your husband. Thank you so much. And we will definitely will take the time to do that. Paul says, keep up the hard work, bud. Thank you. Hey, Teardrop, this is Rich. Sorry to hear the news. Good luck in Florida Rocks. Start a fishing channel, please. Peace. Yeah, I'm big on the ocean, too. I've actually considered going out in the water for a while. No, Disney will be on another channel, but when I start posting it, I will go ahead and post the links on this channel. That way you'll be able to see it, DB. I got some things in the works, and I'll get you those links, and I'll make a video specific for it. And so you won't be left out. With all that said, I think I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to get on out of here, man. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all your support. So I will be starting to schedule some hiker interviews and all of that real soon. If you are interested in being a guest on the Hiker Spotlight, feel free to email me, thejbgunner@gmail.com. Vicky says, looking forward to section footage when you get it. You'll complete the AT, even if not all at once. You don't have to do it all at once. Thank you. I appreciate that, Vicky. All right, so I'm going to get up out of here. Farmer Family says, maybe we can still meet you for Trail Magic, headed to Georgia now. Yeah, absolutely. And I want to wish you, Farmer Family 48, and your daughters, your children, the best of luck. Keep your head in the game and you'll be fine. Just keep your head in the game. Yeah, I'm going to head over there and do some trail magic for sure. And all right, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate you. And it feels good to have all this damn facial hair and head and this hair off my damn head. I can tell you that much. So anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.